Police officers found body parts
Okay,
in
so
the trunk of
the
a
only
vehicle
reason
showing signs of
I haven't watched
abortion.
this yet is
A
because I
follow-up
wanted everything to
investigation
come out.
may
There's two every
discover these
week.
were the
There's
remains
okay.
of
Let
18
me shut this video up. Every week there's like some new update, new like whatever the fuck. So it's like I didn't want to, I wanted to take my time and like wait for all the information to come out before I. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Yeah. So let's just watch the video, man.
teenage
And
girl
understand
that
everything.
had been missing
I'm sick.
for 17 months, and that the car belonged to indie artist David, who had over 30 million listeners and songs with almost 250 million views on YouTube.
Damn.
An already dark and tragic incident became even darker, as people online slowly unraveled 4 years of David foreshadowing this would happen through his music, which
Hey,
he was
the back
performing the
of
same
my
day the
mind.
body was found. This is one of the most
You
downright
die.
evil stories I've ever covered, so
I
viewer
didn't
discretion
even
is
cry.
advised.
No,
All the way back in
not a single
2018,
tear.
13-year-old David Anthony Burke
13? He looked 50.
was a homeschooled
Hold on, we ain't
kid
gonna
with not
pause
just a
this.
normal
30-minute
family,
video.
but an unusually well-to-do family unit. His parents were still together, had a strong religious background, and were well off financially, as his dad was a regional litigation support project manager
what
for
the
a
fuck
global
is that?
firm with 75 offices and a staff of over 1,500 attorneys.
Yeah,
Browsing his
damn.
LinkedIn briefly shows you just how many huge law firms he dealt with and how much experience he had. By all means, the Burke family was well supported and had everything they needed. However, David had mostly unsupervised access to the internet, and they simply had no idea the kinds of things he would expose himself to. But we'll get to that later. To their knowledge, and likewise to the public's knowledge, David's teenage years had him either studying or playing Fortnite and making edits and montages of it. But due to the prominent role music plays in Fortnite edits, he found his content getting frequently copyright striked. Over the course of
Bro, so he emmed off a goal because this video got copyright strike. Like, what even is this,
3
bro?
years where he struggled
How
with
do
this
you start
problem,
music
he decided
from-
to take his interest in artists
Oh, you know,
like
it's cool.
XXX
His music's good. I can't even hate,
and
bro.
Tyler, the Creator, to try his hand at
music's
making
actually
his
good,
own
bro.
music to avoid copyright. This culminated in the release of his first song on YouTube, Runaway, which was released in December 2021. From the get-go, the themes in his music are very clear and repetitive. The speaker in the song is trying to get someone they love to come live with them, feeling sad when they feel their feelings are not reciprocated, fearing that their partner is running away, and lastly, having these feelings boil over into aggression.
You don't run. Hey, by the way, this is like a. She was what, like 11? She was 11 years old, man.
And a
Or like
jealous
12
anger.
when them
In a
niggas
song
met, bro.
from February 2022, he says, "I look into your eyes and I can see right through your lies. I think we both know who dies here. You can't leave the past behind. You're the only one that lies here." In another song from just 1 month later, he has the phrase, "Save your tears 7 years."
Bro, that's what I'm saying. Waiting 7 years for a nigga to turn 18. What do you even like about an 11-year-old, bro? She just did her sats. Now she's not even in secondary school yet. Like, that's crazy.
In the chorus. And I think at this point, it's necessary to introduce you to David's alleged victim.
Rest in peace, Celeste, though. Like, real spill, rest in peace, Celeste. Because she did not deserve this dumb shit from this nigga,
For
bro.
legal purposes. Celeste Rivas
She did not
Hernandez,
deserve this shit,
born on
bro.
September 7th, 2010, meaning in early 2022,
2010, my
nigga.
nigga.
7 years away from being 18. Meanwhile, David would be 17. While no one had any reason to suspect anything at the time, the contents of his music only became more concerning. Over his next 2 songs that are almost follow-ups to one another, the narrative David is describing goes from just needing a friend to a song called More Than Just Friends, where he says, "I told you keep it 10, or you'll end up dead. Pieces."
Wait, nigga, there's no way, bro. There's, bro, what? Nah, okay. Hey,
Put together.
nah,
like a
this shit's
puzzle.
stupid, bro.
Over the next 8 songs, this narrative is mostly maintained, with David talking about being sent into jealous frenzies and obsessively sending whoever he's talking to hundreds of messages, while occasionally saying things like "trying to kill you slowly" and "we're gonna die tonight." As much as it's pretty commonplace for these themes to appear in this kind of music, it often seemed like David was being a bit too oddly specific about his subject matter. This is even more the case when you factor in the kinds of things he was tweeting at the time. time, such as, when I was writing this, I got a notification from you, as you were talking about wanting to be with your mom and your sister again. Take me where I belong, but your circumstances won't allow us to be in our ideal situations.
So this nigga, he dead kidnapped her, bro. He actually dead kidnapped her, bro. That's great, bro. He actually just like fully just took her.
We gotta push through it, bro. It's one thing for there to be odd lyrics, but...
Oh, and then he has to... Oh, I hate... You know what I hate, bro? I hate when people have done something crazy. Because obviously he knew what he done, he did whatever. And he's sitting here on interviews, like, just playing it off, enjoying his fame, bro. Bro, like, how do you M someone off and then sit and enjoy the fame, talking about how you M them off, bro? Like,
this is just him talking on a tweet about how someone needs to push
so
through their wishes to be with their mom and sister again. While the post he was replying to there is now gone, there is a Wayback Machine snapshot of what the original exchange was. In it, David, with his old handle, Ant Part 2, is replying to someone named 6K4TE, who says,
6'7"
"This relates to how I feel so heavily," to one of his songs. The only other hit for this exact handle is a Pinterest profile whose last piece of activity took place 11 months ago. Currently, this Twitter handle is being used by someone else who is not related to the original owner of the handle or David, so don't go messaging them because they have nothing to do with anything. The only other significant pieces of David's...
that chain's too tough, bro. That chain's too tough for you to be wearing it, bro.
Twitter activity
what is all it is?
Period, are him saying that religion is a money scheme and...
Of course. Bro, you literally like little kids and you M them off, bro. Hey, I don't know what else to say, bro. You like little kids, like, what am I supposed to say? Like...
and that he'd been studying nihilism lately. Although she was probably there for longer, the earliest record of a Celeste in David's Discord server comes from October 2022, when she would have been 12. It's around this time that we got one of the most damning instances of...
In a bag of bye-bye, you died, and I didn't even cry. No, not a single tear. And I'm sick of waiting patiently for someone that won't even arrive. Bro, this song, I banged this song out, bro. Like, for a long time, this was the only song by David I ever knew, bro. And I banged it out so much. I love this song. But, like, I hate it, bro. It's David, whose worse? David or like R. Kelly or them niggas, man?
David telling on himself.
Nah, definitely David.
The music video for the track
like
Romantic
people,
Homicide. The video depicts David in some pretty ritualistic scenes, surrounded by candles with a blindfold on, standing in front of a seemingly deceased girl. Later on, it's suggested that the evidence of the crime is hid away inside of a suitcase. The lyrics aren't very specific, but they too reflect the same themes from before, killing someone he loves. While his previous songs had already gotten some degree of attention, this one was by far his biggest hit yet, taking him from being an obscure indie artist to being in the same category as people like Juice WRLD.
I want that audio
Last
interface,
but
bro.
not least, if you check the date this video was posted, it was exactly on the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday. Maybe due to how much
This nigga is evil, bro. He's so evil, bro. Why would you do that? Is this his way of like honoring the dead or some shit? Like, why the fuck would you do that, bro?
this song got him, David got even bolder about subliminally referencing the insidious things he was doing behind the scenes. 2 months into the new year, he started opening up to his Discord server, which obviously was full of minors. In a long string of messages, he
Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Of course. Why wouldn't he? Hey, why wouldn't he, bro? Why wouldn't he?
I used to be addicted to watching gore videos. Live Leak was bookmarked. Lamau. I saw a cartel execution on Reddit when I was 14. Got to the point where I don't even cringe when I see it no more. I remember laughing at one point. It got bad.
This shit's sad, bro. And this is what people were talking about with Charlie Kirk as well. That back in the day, you would have never seen someone like it. You know what I'm saying? You would never seen that in your life, bro. We got we've literally got every single angle, bro. You could be sitting anywhere in the crowd and there's a video of from that perspective. Like, we wouldn't have that back in the day, you know what I'm saying? But everyone's just so desensitized that even with money and fame and riches, you still gotta go. Even with an underage, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like she didn't like you. But even with that, you emmed her off. Like, you really emmed her off, bro. They see it. I remember laughing. What's there to laugh about? Like, genuinely, what is there to laugh about? You're sick in the fucking head, bro.
Man. I like writing gory psychological drama, romantic quotes, and a lot of death.
This nigga pissing me off now. Okay,
gore is better than adult videos. This is absolute.
This nigga, like, all the stuff he's talking about. It's crazy. I don't understand this.
Not the first time someone has mentally self-destructed via gore videos. There is such a huge community online of absolute freaks surrounding this kind of thing that I'm surprised there hasn't been a massive crackdown on it. And that's without mentioning how the same platform for this kind of video often leads to other, more illegal kinds of content. Another sign David was getting increasingly comfortable with letting other people know. Have
you not seen this though? The interview. Because the interview is stupid. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, he incriminated aim. Hey. He incriminated himself so badly. Oh man, too. Sorry, what's it called? Like explaining.
Big wino millet.
Hook in the back. So what inspired the hook in the back of my mind,
This is
You
crazy
Died,
right here.
It's kind of like the storytelling aspect of the lyrics that came before it. The way that it builds up to the big moment where she died in the back of my mind. Like, I didn't kill her physically. In the back of my mind.
David's romantic homicide genius interview
was that the entire server was at least somewhat in on the fact that he was with Celeste. Some kind of bot on his server shared what looks like a playlist called Celeste in David's Closet. In late March, someone going by the name James Buttergun said David only added underage girls to the server, and even specified that this wasn't some kind of joke, even if other users in there would joke about it openly. While I'm sure plenty of people had no idea about David's proclivities, based on the messages that have become public, at least some of them absolutely did, to the point where they even knew which girls specifically David talked to more frequently. One Reddit user said, one of the old Discord screenshots were two guys, allegedly, chatting, and they said that David wouldn't add them back, but he followed his underage girl fans immediately. One of them made a teenage catfish girl account.
Okay. This might not... Okay, why am I defending this nigga? He did it. Hey, first of all, let me say he did it. He did it. But... this might not be an underage thing, bro. Like, low-key, sometimes if fan shit asks you to do some shit, like on a live or something, and then nigga asks you to do some shit, you finna do fan shit first, bro. Like, what my mother... There's a few people that get special treatment in my lives, bro, just because they're fan shit. What my mother...
David immediately followed his catfish account back. But his self-tells notoriously don't limit themselves to his Discord messages. A music video from November 2020.
This video is crazy.
A girl that
this video is
actually
actually crazy, bro.
This video from February 2023 depicted him playing the part of a dead body, specifically wearing clothes to make him appear smaller than he actually was, and getting placed into the back of a car. On April...
I can't lie. The fact he has so many songs and so many videos talk about back of the car this, back of the car that. There's another one as well. A song I'd never heard of. I saw like he gets put in the trunk of that car as well, bro.
April 3rd.
Like, he might as well have made a song called She's in My Tesla. No, seriously.
He released a promotional video that opened with these words.
You see, when a human being is drained of all of its blood, it becomes pale, lifeless, just as the rose. Visually appealing, only good to observe and admire. But the moment you go to pick it up, you get stabbed.
He released 2 other projects this year, and again, we can find various allusions to this.
Yo, is he not the one who plays Fortnite? This is not a Fortnite gamer. Hey, all you Fortnite, if your kid plays Fortnite, be careful. If your child plays Fortnite, I'm speaking to all the moms out there, not the fathers, I'm speaking to all the you know, the moms out there, you know what I'm saying? If your son plays Fortnite, you know what I'm saying, and he starts wanting to make music, I can't like just throw him in the bin, bro. Throw your whole child in the bin, bro. You don't need that nigga. Hey, he don't need to be here, bro. You accidentally made a David.
Secret. Having
Good
to
job.
defend his quote-unquote love from people who questioned it, being obsessive and even self-destructive, references to roses and shovels, describing himself as the devil, and becoming aggressive when his partner tries to leave. While most of the music videos are innocuous, the girls in them always look like Celeste, although one of them
Every
stands
time.
out as the most disturbing of all. On the 7th of September, Celeste's birthday, the anime video for a song called Rehab was released, wherein the female character gets butchered, literally cut into pieces by David's character. Uncoincidentally, around the same time this video came out, David makes a song called Celeste that
See, again, this song is so good, but I can't, bro. I can't listen to him. If he did, though, I don't know if I'm gonna keep the first part in though or not. If I'm not lazy, but I'm sick, okay? I'm so sick. But making these videos, that's why I haven't been uploading, but I don't care. Hey, results. Wait for nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? If I want to build this, I got tee up, but yo, this nigga is stupid. This nigga crazy, bro. This nigga's
although
insane,
he
bro.
never released it.
This song's good, but it's like I can't be that like Celeste, like bro, rest in peace, bro.
ended
Why
up
the
leaking.
fuck you kill
In
her,
it,
bro?
there are lyrics about Celeste only opening up when she's high and having his name tattooed on her chest. Up until this point, there were only allusions, and this was the first time he outright said her name in a song. Even if he didn't release it, it leaked anyway. And more, it seemed like David was getting
The nigga got a Lego figure chain, bro. I'm so done with this nigga.
something out of teasing his followers with his illegal activities. In the same month, David did a stream with Celeste visibly in the background, and when people asked who she was, he only replied with, "You are a Fed." This person who asked about her, a Discord user called Lamp, was then threatened by David, who said, "Wallahi, he's finished. I know what he leaked already. We're literally preparing to sue him, Lamau. Lamp is about to owe $30,000. Legal team going bonkers right now." How confident can a guy be that he's threatening to get legal with someone as they literally have a picture of him with a 13-year-old girl? To make matters worse, for the whole year of 2023, he was actively looking for other minors to do the same thing to, as he had been caught DMing girls well under the age of 18. In January 2024, he made a post on TikTok with a bunch of Hello Kitty gear, and when someone commented asking David to adopt them, David replied, tagging an account that was clearly an alt, saying, "Should we?" This account had little to no activity, but was listed as having Celeste's birthday, meaning it
Oh, this guy's weird. This guy's weird. This guy is so weird. Like, hey, and the thing is, it's not like murder's bad. Let's just say this. Emming off someone's bad. No shit. Can't M off somebody. That's bad. But there are people who do it and it's like calm. You know what I'm saying? So like, if you M off. Like King Von, let's take King Von as an example. He M'd off how many people, but nobody cares because he was gangster. But this guy's weird, bro. This guy's so weird. Like,
possibly
It's so
belonged to
weird.
her. But besides this post, David was less explicit about his criminal involvement with Celeste in his music. But that doesn't mean the situation was getting any better. Quite the opposite, actually. In mid-February 2024, a Facebook user by the name of Dora Hernandez made a post which read, "Celeste Hernandez is my niece. She's missing this morning and didn't get to her classes in Lake Elsinore, California. She is 13 years old. If anyone has seen her, please contact me or her parents, Mercedes Martinez, or call the police." Immediately after,
I'm not making no fun of this situation, by the way, but the name Mercedes Martinez is actually a hard name, bro. That's such a cold name. I'm not even gonna lie.
Celeste's mother, Mercedes, also made a post asking for help, and the efforts to locate her waged on for the next few days, coming from multiple family members and acquaintances of her. However, about 5 days later, Mercedes made a currently unavailable post that was replied to by the rest of the family, with things like, "Thank God our prayers have been answered." And in another exchange, a redacted person said she came home last night, which leads me to think that she was found.
That's a lie. She did not. Hey, that was David's. Oh, Let's tee up. That was David's ult. Let's not be stupid, bro. That was David's ult.
Around the 20th
Let's
of
keep
February.
it stacked.
Right around the same
that shit.
time, David was posting more frequently about some Hello Kitty girl, which absolutely meant he was talking about Celeste, as she was known to like Sanrio merch. In a confusing turn of events, within 2 months, Celeste was once again announced to be missing, seen the last time on the 5th of April wearing Hello Kitty sandals. This has led some people to theorize that some members of her family knew that she was with David and were okay with it, and that others weren't and continued to press for her to come home. Ultimately, we don't know the exact details of how this all went down, but the fact that she was with David is an absolute certainty. On his Discord server, it was widely acknowledged that they were now officially dating, and some people even knew that his girlfriend was the missing girl.
Oh, what the fuck, bro? Hey, I feel like this nigga should be just as guilty. The person writing this message right here should be just as guilty, bro. How the fuck are you gonna write, drop the one with the missing girl? And a full name, everything. Like, how are you gonna write that? Be like, oh yeah, she's missing, the missing girl. She's missing. You stole her, and you're laughing about it in the Discord server. Like, bro, this nigga, whoever wrote this Discord message needs to be arrested too, bro.
Celeste
Just be
Rivas
out of here.
Hernandez. This person, Ponzalo, is one of the first people to call David out on it. And in other messages, he said, David took my little sister's friend to LA to bang in his house while she's 12. Did y'all know David likes kids? I want to tell everyone about how David is a creep. As far as I know, besides Ponzalo, the only other person to be going after David over this was a random TikTok commenter called Robin River in February 2024, when Celeste went missing for the first time. Among those who were familiar with David, it was simply common knowledge that he had basically kidnapped this girl. Adding insult to injury, he streamed with her on Twitch, and although she was wearing a...
This clip is so... This clip is the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, bro. This clip right here, I hope they show it,
big
bro.
Glasses, it was clearly her. At some point during it, this moment
Yeah,
happened.
nah, this...
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
I'm sorry, that was the wrong button. Yo, nah, this shit's so stupid. There's no way. The fact that... Oh, it's a VOD, isn't it? So
This moment happened.
I media trained you.
No, you didn't.
That's controversial.
It's controversial of kids.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4.
Oh my goodness, this shit's so stupid.
It's been a good one. Bye.
Delete everything. Delete everything.
Oh my! Delete everything. Delete everything. Everything goes.
Hey, he said delete everything. Oh no, I'm not even gonna say that. I don't want to make fun of the situation, but I want to make fun of him because he's so like, bro, he's so stupid. Like, I actually hate this nigga.
He was basically flaunting one of the most egregious crimes imaginable for hundreds of people to see, all while being world famous. In TikTok posts and Instagram stories, he hinted
What? He sent a 9K?
at basically paying her to stay with him. Around April 2024, when she was reported missing for the second time, an unreleased song called Drink and Drive was made, containing lyrics such as, "Are you still under the car?"
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Did nobody actually clock this shit? Did nobody clock this? Like, there's
Stay
nobody
with me.
near.
I know it's my fault. Oh God, I'm here. Can't you take me instead? She didn't deserve to go. I'll be crying in this jail cell tonight. While these are contextualized within the song, they are also eerily foreboding considering the ultimate end of this story. It's also shortly after the second missing report that possibly the worst detail of this story took place. In messages that Celeste allegedly exchanged with someone called Anissa, she said, "Anissa, do not text. He came back. He's crying. Do not text me. I fixed him. I'm staying. I fixed
him? I fixed him.
I don't know how. We both cried to get her, and he changed his mind. I'm happy he did, though. Anissa, you have to swear you're gonna stay safe. Are you still gonna talk to David or go back with him? Because I don't want you to get in any more trouble with him. Celeste, I'm safe. No, I'm not. Now, I've already made it...
What even it like? I don't understand, bro. Like how? No, I can't. I don't blame. I can't blame her. She's literally a little child, bro. She's a little youth, bro. Like, but I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Disclaimer
It's
earlier,
okay.
but
None of
either
this shit
way,
happened.
I'm gonna paraphrase
None of this shit
instead
should
of
happen, bro.
straight
This
up
shit's so
reading the
stupid.
following messages due to how vile it is. To sum it up, Celeste said that she has bled as a consequence of something that happened with David, and just a couple of messages later says that she was also pressured into being with someone else by the name of Gus. Almost equally concerning is that David began saying in interviews that once he put together enough money, he planned to move to some remote island completely off the grid. Specifically, he noted he'd do this in about 4 years, which is when Celeste would be turning 18. Whatever his ultimate plans for her were at this time, they were clearly developing in scale. His dedication to this secret objective of his was to the point that, according to Instagram user Chandler OTD, David had begun paying people off to keep their mouths shut about him being with a minor. And there's even a picture of what appears to be him doing it in some parking lot. Someone else on Reddit by the name of Alpha Tango Cheesecake made similar claims, saying, "This guy is a creep from what I've heard. My sister, who is now in 9th grade, told me that he was dating an 8th grader and she would go on trips with him to LA. They're all in 9th grade now, and it turns out Celeste's friends knew and he would pay them to keep their mouths shut." Celeste,
I promise you, all the people he paid and didn't tell the police they should be in jail too, bro. They should be in jail. I would have said, yeah, give me the money, and I would have gone straight to the feds. I would have said, oh, no, that's calm. If you, I don't give a fuck, but hey, if you're paying, pay me five bands. Pay me 5K, and I'll make sure nobody tells. Hey, I got some PR. He gives me the money. Woo 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 woo. Hi, officer. Hi, officer. Yes, David. Yes, he's coming to school picking up a little girl. Please come, say we arrest him. Like, what the fuck? They gotta get the f out of here, bro.
has been missing for over a month now, and no one knows her whereabouts. Definitely something strange going on. Despite how many times he professed his love for her, the tune slowly started to change after she went missing, presumably to go live with him. In June, he made a post captioned, "Me after hearing about her past with other boys, I'm jealous and disgusted by her actions," with the background image being Patrick Bateman holding a nail gun to a woman's head. Now, in any other context, I would just assume this is a complete joke and has literally no meaning behind it, but it's definitely disturbing given what we know now. And keep in mind, she was 13 going on 14 at this time, so any past she had with other people was necessarily the actions of a minor. Besides this, there's also a post suggesting an interest in cannibalism, another one pouring boiling water on her for telling another boy happy birthday, and most concerning of all, one captioned, "Me if I see her talk with other dudes," showing David cutting up meat. Slowly, these themes solidified, and after enough time passed,
No, this nigga's too weird, bro. This nigga's actually too weird, bro. Like, it's actually crazy.
and Celeste was reported as missing,
I can't even say
David
that
once
to this
again
nigga, bro.
became
He's
bold
weird.
enough to start hinting at what he was up to in his music videos. In February 2025, he released one for the song "One More Dance," where he is stuck in the trunk of
this
a
was
car
what I was
and
talking about.
taken out to the middle of the woods to be buried. About a month later, he previewed a song with the following lyrics: "Nobody ever caught me, but I spoke too soon in the back of a police car. I forgot whatever I knew. I ain't telling nothing. Do the same if they ask you about her." Despite how much this sounds like he's just talking about his plans for Celeste, in the context of the rest of the song, he's talking about something that took place in November 2016. But as far as is publicly known, there's no signs he committed any kind of crime back then. I should note, however, that he has one other song where he says, "You wouldn't believe what I did as a kid back in 2016. So given that David has the proclivity to basically tell on himself in his music, people should start giving real consideration that he may have actually done something in November 2016. Now, before I fully get into all of the allusions David made to his eventual crime through his music, I'd like to give attention to an interview he gave in late April, where he said this.
Yeah, man, romantic homicide was just like, I wanted to feel what the other kids were feeling. Like, everybody I knew, well, in middle school that I didn't talk to anymore, everybody had relationships. I didn't have a relationship. I wanted to do that. I wanted to be involved in this or have a heartbreak for myself. So I kind of just like made up these scenarios of myself getting heartbroken and being in love and stuff like that. and I would write songs about things that never happened.
Given he was born in 2005, 2016
Wait, what? Yo, this guy's 1 year older than me. Yo, this murderer, P3DO, is 1 year older than me, bro. He's 1 year and like 1 year, a month, and a few days older than me. Really? Nah, that's actually insane,
is
bro.
right when he'd be middle school age.
Is that what niggas are
exactly
getting up to
11
now?
years old. I think this is relevant not just because he's made multiple references to having done something in 2016, but also because whatever this something may have been, it's a significant part of why he later on went after Celeste, also when she was 11. Now, to cover his music, there are more suggestions that Celeste was now refusing to say she loved him, and some of the lyrics became quite ominous, such as, "He might have you, but I've got your ghost, and we both know that's the real you, and God knows it's true. I love you the most, but we both know what I have to do. Eyes looking right through me. Why can't I hear your heartbeat? Dance with me under the moon above. Let us keep this perfect memory." This is probably one of the
This like some Porphyrius lover type shit, bro. You know when she took her head and strangled, like, this is a Porphyrius lover. This nigga really think he in a fucking like movie or some shit, bro. This is real life.
most dense set of lyrics yet, as the main theme here is one that's a pattern among many serial killers. The idea that killing someone somehow attaches them to you in a subservient role for eternity, with some of them, like the cannibal Jeffrey Dahmer, even considering it a kind of romantic intimacy. Ed Kemper even called his victims his spirit wives. Given David's documented interest in that kind of macabre culture, it would make perfect sense for him to have developed this same kind of sick delusion surrounding Celeste. Secondly, the mention of the moon is relevant because in 2025, Celeste's birthday, which had been a common release date for David's projects, fell right on a blood moon, which harkened back to his ritualistic depictions in his music videos. Another interesting theme that shows up in this period is the strings. In his album, there's an interlude called The Invisible String Theory, where David and an unknown person talk about how some people are inevitably tied together by fate. But much more importantly, in two music videos and the cover art for one of his album singles, there is the prominent presence of red strings, specifically, following the idea that David is enamored not only by gore, but also about true crime, serial killers, and things of that sort. It would make sense that he's also into the TV show Dexter, which has recently experienced a huge resurgence in popularity due to online memes about it and new spin-offs. First, the whole blood moon thing is a small but significant motif both in the original show, being present in one of the most meaningful and well-known scenes, which you've probably seen in edits, and in the sequel show New Blood. Secondly, we have the red string motif, which was a calling card of one of the original show's most well-known serial killers, Brian Moser, who was known for dismembering his victims and stringing them back together. Unsurprisingly,
What? Okay, what's going on now? Nah. So this guy's a fan of Dexter. He wanted to be real life Dexter, bro. There's no way he phased out, bro. Nah, this image is wild, by the way.
David's crime was revealed. Many people noticed the connections and called David the Bay Harbor Butcher, which is Dexter's name as a serial killer. But before we get to that, I think it's relevant to say that despite all of the red flags imaginable and a lot of the information that I've gone over being easily found online, 2025 marked the greatest year of David's career. From officially collaborating with Fortnite and making the anthem for it, to collaborating with artists like Kali Uchis, and
Nah, there's no way David. There's no way this murderer got to work with Kali Uchis. Nah, come on, Kali. Hey, Kali. If you worked with David, you could definitely work with me, bro. Kali, like, you know what I'm saying? Kali, if you worked with David, you can work with me. What if my mother, you can work with me. Don't do that shit, bro. What if my mother, you can work with me, Kali. If you working with David, you might as well work with me. I was saying.
And having Pokimane in one of his...
I'm done. We're done. Pokimane. So this guy was breaded. He had connections. He had fire. Had attractive women surrounding him. Like, I'd throw it away for what? For a
music
13-year-old.
videos,
For
to
a
having songs of his be
13-year-old.
featured in extremely mainstream TV shows like Invincible and Arcane, all of which got to tens of millions of views. By all accounts, his wildest dreams had come true, but at the same time,
David, don't
someone
PMO,
else's
bro.
worst nightmare followed suit.
David, don't
On the
PMO.
evening of the 8th of September, fresh off the blood moon and Celeste's birthday, there was a 2023 Tesla with Texas license plates in an impound yard on the 1000th block of North Mansfield Avenue in Los Angeles, which was emitting a foul odor. At that point, it had been there for over 3 days, and before that, it had been parked at Bluebird Avenue for 3 weeks, with some sources saying more than a month. A big metal box in Los Angeles heat with something inside of it. When the cops were called to see about the smell, they opened the front trunk, finding a plastic bag containing the cut-up remains of a girl, about 5'2", weighing just 71 pounds, with wavy black hair, wearing a tube top and leggings. When Celeste went missing the year prior, she was listed as weighing 130 pounds, and now only 70, signaling she had lost a significant amount of weight since then, even accounting for the weight the body loses as it decomposes. The body was soon identified, and upon further investigation, police found that the vehicle was registered to David Anthony Burke and hadn't been reported as stolen. While all of this was going on, David was performing his music, including all of the stuff he wrote about her. If that weren't enough, one TikTok compiled the many theatrics David had during his show, all of which allude to what he did to Celeste. Part of what led not only to the identification of Celeste's body, but also her connection to David was the shush tattoo he had on his finger. Although this has been widely reported to mean that she also had a tattoo with shush on her finger, there are pictures of what she had tattooed that just looks like David's name in red. Again, this is another sign of what kind of dynamic they had. While she had his actual name on her finger, he only had an expression.
Oh my, wait, wait, WJG, I'm actually so stupid. I just clocked this. Oh my goodness, wait, I just clocked this. Let me out. She tattooed David on her finger. He said shush because he knew that they had to keep quiet about it. He knew that if anyone found out, he'll be going to jail. He's a pedophile. There's no, I'm not even joking. Like that's actually insane, bro. He didn't even get her name as well. Niggas.
For secrecy and silence. Additionally, another connection made by people on Reddit is that the original location of the Tesla with Celeste remains before it was towed was just a little over 100 yards away from where he used to live in Los Angeles, and his place has since been investigated by the police. David's future shows were promptly canceled, and he's been described as fully cooperative with law enforcement, although he hasn't been officially listed as a suspect or even a person of interest. One of the first people to speak out publicly about what had just been uncovered was Celeste's brother, Matthew Hernandez. According to NBC LA, Matthew said that family members who still live in Lake Elsinore knew that Celeste knew David, and that Celeste's disappearance took place when she went to see a movie with him. Simultaneously, to someone who decided to contact him on Instagram, Matthew said, "Yes, it was David. I met him once in person. I knew about him taking Celeste and went to the police about it, but lack of evidence, so it was waved off. Even then, they don't do anything. They haven't even done anything towards him. She was always saying that he was waiting until she was 18 to get married and stuff like that. My sister wouldn't say anything, ever. Please send me more if you know. I never knew about the Discord server. I wish I would have known. I could have used this. I don't even have Discord." Matthew then sent a few previously unreleased pictures of Celeste and confirmed the authenticity of the text message exchanges where Celeste identifies someone else who had
What? Do you think this is real? Yes, I do. I know who Gus is. What?
her. But Matthew remarks that this Gus person has since been shot dead. Someone else who came forward was a friend of his and former teammate from when David was still a Fortnite player.
I think most of you all know I've known David for about 3.5 years. And the internet knows a 15-year-old girl was found disconfigured in the
Wait. Was it on that scene the whole time?
front of his car. Can't even say 15 because she was 14 when she passed. For those who don't know, David used to be a professional Fortnite player in the team that I was leading, Limit. Back then, I used to make music on my computer. He didn't have a good computer, so I told him about BandLab, and he started making music, and it completely popped off. And David, even before and after fame, he's always been a really, really nice person. Like, a little bit too nice, like comically nice. And for those who've been following me for a while, you know I used to have this ongoing joke over and over and over again about me dissing on David and us having, like, fake beef. Literally a year ago today, I posted, "The enemy, no, the enemy is David." And I would always make comments just hating on him because I thought it was funny to portray, you know, I'm jealous of him. It should have been me. And flash forward to today, this is absolutely disgusting. He has known this girl since she was either 11 or 12.
Another member of his Fortnite team added more context to how they all initially met. We were all in a Fortnite team called Chronic, which is where I met him. He met her in like 2021 through Fortnite, I'm pretty sure. Then he made her get Discord. Everyone in the team knew about her, and he would joke about it and brush it off every time it got mentioned. That's all I personally know, but my friend Pistol knows more because they talked way more. She would literally say he raped her, but then follow it up with a joke, so I don't know if she was being for real or not. He was also just a weirdo, to be honest. He used to send gore in group chats.
Of course he did.
It does seem to be the case that a Fortnite team called Chronic was active at that point in time, and it also seems to be the case that David was affiliated with them in some way, at least based on this video title. On the other hand, Celeste's Discord account is verified to have been created in January 2021, which would make her 10, as she would only turn 11 in September that year, which is all the more horrific. Someone else who knew David and claimed they briefly dated when she was 16 and he was 18 claimed she had seen him with Celeste, but never had any idea of anything that was going on. But besides people who knew David, some that knew Celeste also chimed in, including one called Exile's Funeral, who said, "Last time me and Celeste called, she was drunk and spam calling David. They have matching tattoos from when they dated. David used to have pictures of her up on his Instagram, but after they broke up, he took it off. Only thing throwing me off is the age.
They broke
I'm
up.
just gonna assume she lied about her age to everyone in our friend group back then, because they did date, and then 2 days after that call with me, she deleted her whole account. Pictures too, also looks just like her. No way it's another Hispanic Celeste with the same curls, same face. That just doesn't make sense. Gets to a point with coincidences." This same
Facts.
person followed up outside of Discord, providing a series of screenshots of Instagram chats dated to December 2024, corroborating their claims to have been in contact with Celeste at that point in time. Due to how much attention this case got and how complicit many of the people in his Discord server were, the people who were in charge of administrating
everyone in the Discord needs to get they need to get out of there, bro. Anyone who was in that Discord needs to go, bro. I'm not even joking. Like, I know I just made a meme sound, but low key, anyone in that Discord needs to get out of here, bro. Anyone need to go.
Need to go out of their way
Everyone.
to make an announcement. We,
Everyone
the
needs to
Discord
go
and
jail.
Twitch staff team, want to clarify what we knew and didn't know regarding Celeste. We were not aware of her true age or that she was a missing person. We also did not have any contact with her outside of what was public. From what was shared in David's Twitch streams and her role in the server, we understood her to be around 18 or 19. She appeared in 2 streams, but otherwise was not active in the server, and we do not have ongoing communication with her. Most of us are not located in California, so we were not aware of any missing persons reports connected to her. Additionally, the staff team has had minimal contact with David or his management. The mention of her full name within the server was not seen in real time due to how fast the chat moves when David pings everyone. As a result of this situation, the majority of the staff team has left the server, and we no longer associate with David. We do not support his actions in any capacity. Our priority has always been the well-being of members in this community. We are deeply saddened by the situation and extend our prayers to Celeste's family. May she rest in peace, and may her family receive justice. While I'm sure that this sentiment
rest in
is
peace,
genuine,
Celeste, bro.
and although it is quite possible that
so
none of the
stupid.
members of his staff knew about it, there were people in the servers who weren't necessarily staff members who definitely knew. One person in specific by the name of Xerxify, who was David's Twitch manager, was actually caught deleting Discord messages in real time by Redditors. First off, this makes
Get
him
him out
look
here.
quite guilty, and second, I'm pretty sure that if these messages are eventually procured, and they certainly could be given the high-profile nature of this case, he may now be complicit and liable to get a charge of his own. And all of that is assuming that he
needs to
isn't
get out of here,
actually
bro.
guilty of something, which he very well might be, given his urgency to go delete a bunch of posts on the Discord server, probably because those messages could prove that he knew what David was doing beforehand.
Facts.
A few days after the first big info dump online about Celeste and David's case, a tweet that got a lot of engagement claimed that the FBI was holding David's bodyguard, Mark Morales, aka Marky Next Door, on suspicion for accessory to murder.
Wait,
with an
what?
offered reward of $25,000 for information that could lead to his arrest. Mark was then contacted by none other than Neon on stream.
Yo, bro, I'm gonna be honest, bro. I don't want the government to be on me, so I don't know if you could be on my phone.
Damn.
Dude,
Damn.
Hey, buddy, I'm not on the run by the FBI, okay? I don't know why you're going I don't know why you're saying
Yes, you are, bro. You're on the
Oh no,
front.
okay, yeah, call
Stop.
Dion's too funny. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, Dion's too funny, bro.
Hey, look at the FBI wanted poster. It literally says I'm black, and it says my alias is Big Steppa in Tubbs.
What the f are you talking about?
Bro, the FBI wanted poster, it literally says I'm black.
Oh, okay, so you're saying it's not you.
No, it's bro. You know what, bro? It was they got mad at Aiden for not streaming, and they made a whole.
You're guilty. You're guilty. Get off my.
Oh,
You're guilty. He's 36.
Bro, you're so weird, bro. Alright, dude, you got it, bro. Stop spreading narratives, dude.
Like Marky said in the clip, the FBI wanted tweet was proven to be fake, as Marky next door is actually a streamer who had nothing to do with David.
Oh,
or
okay,
Celeste.
okay.
Regardless, this
Okay,
is still technically
nah, that's okay.
a developing situation, and ultimately, time will tell if legal charges are pressed against David. Although, given everything here, I can't really see it going any other way. Regardless, rest in peace to Celeste Rivas Hernandez, whose life was taken far before it could fully develop. I've been Turkey Tom. Thanks for.
Yo, this shit's so stupid. Hey, David needs to be out here, bro. Death penalty, anything. I don't care, bro. Get him out of here. Low key, get him out of here. W video, W Turkey Tom, bro. Like, fucking hell.